fantastic. You've whetted our appetite now, really, just to kind of see what this authentic, safe online African space looks like.
I hope you're not disappointed now.
So why not? I mean, can you give us a quick walk through what it looks like? And then whilst you're doing that, Femi, for those, that are not familiar with the platform at all, if you can talk to us about how one gets involved. So if somebody's listening and they're excited about what they're hearing, how can they access this?
So, right. So maybe I just quickly share.
Okay.
Let's get this one here. So I'm showing it as people.
Brilliant. We can see that. Okay.
Will see it as they kind of join. So it's a kind of networking theme, and which also, of course, I don't know if some of your listeners may have seen the website that we launched late last year, which is kind of encompassed, and what we'll be doing sooner rather than later is kind of joining the two. But effectively, it's a networking type of platform, to use that expression. And when you sign on, we've tried to make it as simple as possible. As I said, we're going for a trial stage where we've got about 50 individuals on, just testing things out, seeing how it works, if its functionality is good, if it's logical, intuitive, and so on. So we're getting feedback, and then we're making necessary adjustments. And then, as I said, in the next couple of weeks, we will then start inviting. So it's an invite-only platform to begin with, because that's probably the safer way to do this. So expect invitations, and we will grant those who are on the platform the ability to invite who they want. So we're not going to restrict that. It will be like, if you believe that you've got friends, colleagues, and so on who could benefit from this platform, you invite them on and grant them the same opportunity. So, it's about word of mouth. You're passing this kind of present, this gift onwards. Yeah. So, what can you see? Just tell me. You can see the kind of setup.
Yes, I can see the who's online, hosted in Africa at the top, and then welcome to VA in the middle.
Okay, cool. So this is just a test account. So just quickly, I'll just quickly show you the Hosted in Africa website. So on here, this is taking you now to the website that's been live since last year or so. And this is, a typical website with information and so on. Mm-hmm. And we've got posts and the like. And we hope that people find this pretty interesting as well. If I go back, this is always when
so this is what people can see at the moment if they go to hostedinafrica.com, right?
Exactly. You can get to this page, and there's I can flick through it very quickly, but the main thing, it's a typical type of website with information, with posts and so on it, and fairly static. But it was a kind of an introduction and a segue into what we're going to be doing. And this will continue to be a mouthpiece organ of what we're doing. So, you've got the High Africa Media kind of section of this, which posts out various articles. We've got the news that comes up and keeps people informed. That's a kind of live feed that comes in courtesy of All African News. We've got the next gen kind of, I'm not going to go into all of these pages. People can have a look. We already talked about the VEA on the website previously, to kind of give people an inkling as to what's going to be developing. So the story had started then. And I believe is quite an interesting resource where, you click here, I'll quickly do it. You click here, it takes you to kind of map of the continent with speeches, empires, people, quotes, places where you can click on and get a resource. And we'll be building up that narrative and story and inviting people also to be contributing to that. So it's just that, the belief was like, let's know our history. Let's know who's done what over time. Let's know our empires and so on. It's wonderful speeches that have happened. So it's a nice kind of resource. So let me jump off that quickly and go back to the VIA itself. So the VIA is that much more interactive. So it's about now conversation. And to navigate the space is pretty easy. So I'm just kind of quickly showing that the main area is here. You can literally, from this section here, you can pretty much do everything on the site. So you can email invites, your documents, photos, forums, groups, connections, messages, and so on. Yeah. So, typical of how people know social media. It's not going to take you out to anywhere else, but it's repurposing what people know and use currently. And you can also, from this toggle, you can also get to a similar way of being able to navigate. Because that's one of the things that we want to ensure that people, when they get on it, we will obviously direct, but we want people to see this as somewhere that they can go on and quickly navigate, and it's intuitive.
Yeah.
Now, here is a kind of live feed. So this is things that are happening on the site as they are on a daily basis. So people post, and we've seen the Facebooks, we've seen the LinkedIns. It's somehow similar in that kind of way. So functionally, it's similar in that way. And you've got the community of members who are on. They've got the people who are up there already, as I said. And as they post, this comes in the feed. And everybody kind of has access to the general feed.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have what we're calling communities. And if I click on here, this now gets into your section where there are discrete groups that can be set up.
Mm-hmm.
So we've say, for example, we've got Wisdom Exchange. This will be a group, or this is a group which focuses on dissemination of information and exchange between those in the know and those who are coming up and so on. You've got a Next Gen, which is like a next generation platform. This is actually a private group. So if you click here, you see here, it says you have to request access. Here, this is a free, open, public group. Anybody can join. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a Diaspora Connect. So you click here, you'll get into a group that now is able to host conversation and discussion around the whole issue regarding, the diaspora and its connection with the continent. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Arts Corner, for example. So we're not just going all serious. I mean, we want, as I said, a broad panoply of issues, a broad panoply of situations, of topics that really speak to our kind of broadness and our activities across our communities. Yeah.
Yeah.
The huts. This is a really interesting one. I think I'll click in this one, because this was set up just a couple of days ago by some of the younger members on the group who said that they wanted to create a platform dedicated to themselves, which would encourage the elders to come on and engage with conversation directly with them. Mm. And this is really cool. And that's the thing. I'm not directing this. Yeah. You come on it and it's your space and you deal with it how you want to deal with it. So we're democratizing it to that extent. Yeah.